ready. We got 1 minute. Be ready. Okay, be ready.
Everybody sit down.
Hold your music. Okay.
I would like to ask if everyone could please stand or remain standing as our own Mount Home High School band, led by director Montana Webb, helps us honor America by playing our Star Spangled Banner.
No. Sit.
Kristen, you missing the flute? I don't think so.
Okay, guys, you do the anthem. Okay, if you've got it memorized, sit down and play it. Play what you can memorize. If you have it memorized, play it. Ready?
Let me just put this on.
Okay, ready? Put your music on the ground. We left fine. You guys ready? Let's just go. One, two. Go, go, get your
Thank you, Mount Home Air Force Base, Miss Webb, and thank you, the band. Will the audience please be seated? Stand up, stand up. And now, seniors, you may sit. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mount Home High School Class of 2022 Commencement Ceremony. So hello, my name is Sanea Gaines, and I stand here with great honor of being able to help represent the incredible class of 2022. I'm incredibly proud of each and every one of you that sits in front of me. We have endured tough times throughout our 4 years of throughout our 4 years of high school, but we made it to the end. We did it, and we are graduating. Many of us have grown up together, and others we met along the way. We are grateful enough to experience the pride and excellence of Mount Home High School. On our behalf, I would like to thank the staff and administration for all the help and support that we have received over the past few years. I would like to thank my family and all the families as well as the community who have helped us out with amazing support and love. To my fellow seniors, I'm happy to have gotten to know every single one of you. I'm happy to have the honor of calling each and every one of you a friend. The future holds great success for all of you, and I'm excited to see who you all become. But now there's a truth that we have to face, whether or not we want to. Eventually, everything ends. As much as I've looked forward to this day, I've always disliked endings, but endings are inevitable. Today is one of those days for all of us. Today we say our goodbyes. But as Winnie the Pooh once said, how lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Thank you once again, Mount Home High School, and congratulations to all of my seniors. Class of 2022 is out. Now, under the direction of Mrs. Bobby Lockett, the Mountain Home High School Choir will sing the Mountain Home High School alma mater. Thank you.
Boy, this is a challenge. Thank you, band, choir, and Sanea. Holy shnikes. Are you being serious right now? Like all day long I've been watching the weather, it's been calm, and lo and behold, here we are. But you know what? You guys look good still. Even everybody has their hand on their head. Even with your hands up on your head, you look good. I'm a little bit giddy right now. Do you know what giddy means? It means, you guys know when I get excited, I tend to do crazy things. Well, I can't do the worm, I can't do somersaults because this is a ceremony. I've been telling them that all week. It's a ceremony, so I won't do that. But I do want to give everyone a huge warm welcome. Thank you so much for coming out. I know we have grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, second cousins, and such. I want to appreciate you guys. Thank you all for coming out, especially because, you know, this weather's unpredictable. The parking's a challenge, so thank you for making it here. We really appreciate it. Look at you guys. You still look good. I can do this. All right, let's get this going. We got to hurry, huh? No. Let's get the ceremony underway. First of all, I'd like to recognize a few people up here. Superintendent Gilbert, the Mountain Home Board of Trustees, my two assistant principals, Mrs. Jessie Ward, Mr. Mark Cotton. My name is Sam Gunderson. I'm the principal of Mountain Home High School, and I am the luckiest person in the world to get to work with these wonderful youth. I'm grateful for them, and I'm grateful to be here. Before I get into a few of my thoughts, I'd like to acknowledge some incredible folks. I want to thank those who continue to provide us with the time and materials to help set this up and beautify this venue year after year, even with the wind. Thank you to my two assistant principals, Mark and Jesse. Thank you to Mrs. Vines and the ag students for growing and providing the beautiful plants. Also, a huge shout out to all the folks in our maintenance department for constructing this whole stage and this whole venue, putting up all these chairs. Thank you to our junior ushers and escorts for helping out as well. And a massive thank you, especially, of course, to my graduation committee, and other staff members who have contributed. You all know who you are. Thank you for having a vision, for making the programs, decorating, and for ensuring all steps are taken to be able to pull off this monumental event. Thank you all so much. So while I always get nervous to give a speech at graduation, but the truth is I do enjoy reflecting on what can I say that might resonate a little bit with these young adults. So guys, I've been thinking about this for a while, and it's my hope that something that I say might stick with you a little bit. I look out and see so many young, impressionable, malleable minds out in front of me. I see excitement, attentiveness, maybe some anxiety, and even possibly some fear. Guess what? It's all good. It's all normal. When I think of that word malleable, it makes me think of clay. Malleable means to be able to adapt, adjust, or change. If you've ever used clay to create some type of sculpture, you probably recognize some great qualities that clay allows you to do. And since I'm a fan of art, I'm captivated by the analogy of this and what you young folks are about to do. I remember seeing this time-lapse video one time, and it showed this sculpture that was being made. It started the beginnings of the head and shoulders and showed the process of molding the piece of art until the very intricate wrinkles of the face were in place. It took a super long time. The analogy behind it was that we are slowly, yet continually being shaped and molded through our experiences. The finished product was beautiful and complete. So who might be considered the sculptors in our lives? Since most of our experiences shape our very nature, I believe that there are multiple sculptors. These would be the people that shape our lives in a positive way. I know in my life there are many. My wife, my children, my parents, my leaders, my teachers, my coaches, my friends, the list goes on. They carve out a wrinkle, smooth out a bumpy spot, or add a little water. They're all integral parts of a finished product. And while these sculptors are all part of the sculpting process, they can only go so far in terms of finishing the piece of art. It cannot be completed without the finishing touches of the most unique sculptor in the world, ourselves. As I mentioned, I love art. I love to draw, paint, and create. Many times I'll begin painting something and completely mess up. Sometimes I'll simply throw the piece of paper away, no big deal. Other times, I might be using something more expensive like a canvas, and so instead of throwing it away, I change it into something else, and it still turns out okay, sometimes even more beautiful. Another example would be doodling. Sometimes when I would sit in class, yes, I doodled. My teachers did not like the margins of my papers. But I would start out with a scribble and then wonder, what can I turn this into? And I would work with it until it turned into something kind of cool. Now, if you think about this, isn't this how our sculptors work? The people that care about us continue to work with us, trying to make us something beautiful, no matter how much we mess up. They never give up on us. And as long as we continue to agree to be sculptors of ourselves, we will never give up on us either. So how can we just continue to be molded, painted over, or reconfigured so many times? As I think about my own self and my own sculpture, I tell you, I've been such a work in progress. There have been many times where the clay has had to be smashed down flat and started over again. We all make mistakes, we all take wrong turns, but the best part about this malleable clay is that we can start over again. So, how do I rebuild? How do we rebuild? We reach out to those who have shaped us and who have loved us throughout. These are the people who've inspired me to also pick up this sculptor's knife and help others create their personal sculptures. Seniors, I want you to know that each of you has been a part of my journey. You've scraped or painted something wonderful into my life, and for that I am most grateful. Please have patience with your sculpture. Have an open mind, a kind heart. Don't be afraid to fail. Take risks, but only ones that potentially make you and the world better. Surround yourselves with good sculptors, people that beautify your sculpture. Don't hold on to anger. End conflicts in your lives. Be grateful. Work hard. Be patient with yourself. Be kind. Be goofy. And mostly be yourself. Love you guys. All right, let's move on, spotlight some of the greatness from this senior class. I love this part because I get to brag about their academic accomplishments. Despite having been through a pandemic, these seniors, again, rose to the occasion. So much so that the total scholarship amount, and this would be national, state, and local, for the class of 2022 came out to be an astounding $1,932,028. Exceeding last year's total by almost $700,000. That is an all-time record. Moreover, $172,970 of those dollars came from local scholarships donors right here in Elmore County. This says a lot about not only this amazing class, but about the incredible support of our awesome community. Now, let's be clear. These high dollar amounts don't come without hard work on the students' part. In fact, it probably has a lot to do with the 71 honor students in this class, and those are the ones with a GPA of 3.5 or higher. I would like to have these 71 honor students go ahead and stand up and be recognized. Look at that. Thank you, guys. So while we're at it, we'll go ahead and acknowledge the folks who work tirelessly to ensure that our young learners gain a quality education. Teachers and staff, please stand up. I am so fortunate to work with such a tough group of resilient and amazing people. I take a lot of pride in the positivity that these guys have maintained even during the roughest of times. Thank you. You guys can sit. Sorry. I forgot that part of my speech. It's been said that this year's struggles have exceeded even last year's. Through it all, these guys have continued to show up and teach. We value you and praise your efforts to prepare these young adults to face the world with vigor. And looking out here at these seniors, I'm feeling very comfortable knowing that they will be the next stewards of our society. Now, again, I want to just pay tribute to the people. You guys take a look around. Look at all these people around. That's a lot of people. Does that tell you anything? To me, it says you're more than just an investment. It says that you're loved and might not be here without all these people, aka sculptors. I want to recognize how this collective effort from loved ones has brought us together today. Parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and friends of these seniors, go ahead and give yourselves a round of applause. All right, before I finally quit talking, I want to give a brief yet huge tribute to a couple of people. First, I'd love to recognize our retiree, one who put in over 30 years of service as a paraprofessional here in our little school district. She is one of the sweetest people I've been around and loved her students dearly. Let's give it up for Mrs. Marcela Valdez for all of her efforts. Give her a round of applause. Thank you. She here? I would also love to take a moment and acknowledge and pay tribute to another teacher, Mrs. Jan Hughes, who unexpectedly passed away earlier this year. And though her death was extremely tough on all of us, we were able to grow new muscles through the experience. You see, besides being an amazing math teacher and human being, Mrs. Hughes was an incredibly fun person to be around, especially on Fridays. She was infamous for her dad math jokes, her wacky Friday shoes, tie-dye shirts, and particularly her beyond goofy Friday socks. We as a staff and student body immediately began to celebrate her awesomeness through different acts she taught us. We wore those crazy socks on Fridays. I even saw some out here today. Later, through her amazing husband's generosity and the proceeds from our very first annual Jan Hughes staff versus students basketball game, yes, with tie-dye shirts and crazy socks, the staff lost, we were able to create a generous scholarship given to 2 students. What an honor it has been to be a part of celebrating her legacy. Let's honor Mrs. Hughes for bringing us all closer as a community with a round of applause. Thank you so much. At this time, we will again be privileged to hear from the Mountain Home High School Choir, who will perform Seasons of Love.
$525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife. In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. 525,600 minutes, 525,000 learners to play, 525,600 minutes.
How do you measure the life of a woman or a man? Days that she learned, or times that she cried, and bridges he burned, or the way that she died.
It's time now to sing out, though the story never ends. Let's celebrate, remember a year in the life of friends. Remember love, love. Remember love, love. 525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in birds and laughter and strife. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year alive?
All right, thank you, choir. All right, so got to talk a little bit more about these awesome seniors. For the second year in a row, we've used a different kind of GPA. It's called the weighted 5.0 GPA scale, along with some other factors such as SAT scores and number of advanced placement and dual credit classes to determine our top 2 place finishers for the academic titles of valedictorian and salutatorian. As you witnessed earlier, we had 71 students with a GPA of 3.5 or above. We also had 31 students with a weighted GPA of 4.0 or higher. If we went back to the old way of using the simple unweighted GPA, we'd still have 15 students with perfect 4.0 GPAs. In other words, the old way, we would have had 15 valedictorians. Instead, we've tightened the rubric, which has given us one single valedictorian, which is the student with the overall highest score, as well as a single salutatorian, the student with the second highest score. Before I introduce these 2 fine young adults, I'd like to acknowledge the 31 incredibly hardworking seniors that still ended up with a weighted GPA of 4.0 or higher. Could all of you please stand up? All right, thank you. Now, to introduce our valedictorian and salutatorian, could the 2 of you please come up next to me here at the podium? Yes, you know who you are. These 2 ladies have both worked overtime for 4 years to build up these GPAs. They've taken just about every AP and DC class possible, even going outside of our school to gain more credits. And outside of doing all the schoolwork, both are involved in extracurricular activities, various volunteering programs, and other civic-type duties. It is my privilege to give them each a moment to address us. We will first hear from our valedictorian, Miss Kylan Stubblefield. After Miss After Miss Stubblefield, we'll be privileged to hear from our salutatorian, Miss Jenna Opedike. Kylan.
I'm too short for this. Lovely weather we're having. Thanks, Idaho. So I was told I should begin this speech with a joke. So Mr. Gunderson, will you please stand up? Stand up, stand up. There you go. Moving on. Just kidding, we love you. In our freshman year, we attended one of those cheesy assemblies where our class sat in the gym and various admin talked to us about the upcoming year. One of the only parts of that long hour that I remember is Mr. Gunderson telling us that over the next 4 years, we would find ourselves. We would supposedly change and begin to discover our true passions. I remember thinking that was cheesy and rolling my eyes. Yet looking back, it's unbelievable to think that many of us were under the impression that we had our lives figured out when we were freshmen. At that age, we still had hope. Take a moment to look back on the you thought you knew 4 years ago. How have you changed? We didn't have it figured out then, and it's foolish to assume that we have it figured out now. But that's okay. This isn't the time to make hard and fast decisions. This is the time to make mistakes. Take the wrong train and get stuck somewhere. Fall in love a lot. Major in philosophy because there is no way to make a career out of that. Change your mind and change it again because nothing is permanent. That was totally a quote from the valedictorian speech in Twilight. The point is, make as many mistakes as you can, because this newfound freedom we will have bestowed upon us today when we walk this stage is just the beginning. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our new beginnings. So firstly, if you're joining a military branch, please stand. Thank you for your service. Please be seated. If you're planning to go to a trade school or into a technical field, please rise. And be seated. If you intend to go into the medical field, please rise. And be seated. If you intend to go to law school, please rise. Yeah. And please be seated. If you're going to college for something in the STEM or agriculture fields, please rise. And be seated. If you're going to college for something in the humanities or social sciences, please rise. And be seated. If you're going to the arts, please rise. And be seated. And lastly, if you're going into something completely different or you're unsure right now, please rise. And be seated. I'd like to congratulate each and every one of you on your future, even if you choose for that to be living in a van down by the river. I hope whatever your path may be, you find happiness. We have reached a point in our lives where the world is truly our oyster. It's time to travel, dance in the rain, drive freeway laps with the windows down and music blasting, or go to Walmart. There's not much else you can do in this town. And most importantly, venture out and form relationships. At the ripe age of like 13, countless individuals told me that the people I walked into high school with would not be the same people I walked out with. At the time, I dismissed it. But for many of us, this was true. Each of us have evolved, and so have our relationships. For me, childhood friendships ended. Important people moved away, graduated, or left. But I'd like to take a moment to recognize those that currently stand by my side. Firstly, I'd like to thank them for them dealing with my emotional instability. To my family, Mercedes, Andrea, Ava, Abby, Tatiana, Hannah, Tegan, and Allie, and the many countless others. To the friends who stayed and to those who couldn't. Thank you. To each of you sitting here today, take a moment to reflect on the village it took you to get here. Later today, thank your family, your friends, and most importantly, your teachers. The relationships we have formed are what made these years great. So to the class of 2022, I may not be walking out with the same friendships I walked in with, but I am walking out with the same class. We did this together, so thank you. It's been an honor, and congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. First off, I'd like to thank all of our valued family and friends for coming out to support the class of 2022. I'd also like to thank all the teachers and staff at Mountain Home High School for helping us strive to reach our full potential. Finally, I'd like to thank Mr. Gunderson, who gave me the task of writing this speech, which I can confidently say was the most challenging endeavor of my entire high school career. Michael Altshuler once said, "The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot." Sometimes it seems like time drags on during the school year, but in hindsight, 4 years here at Mountain Home High School has felt more like 4 months. All the memories we made throughout the years all seem to blend together, and only the important ones stand out. It is bittersweet, even scary, to leave behind these memories and this chapter of our lives. I am thrilled to see where we all go in life. In this class, we have the next generation of doctors, nurses, teachers, and pilots. There is no limit to our success. Today marks the day where we can finally start a new journey, where you are completely in control of where you go next. I have no doubt that this will be our most difficult journey, but I have full faith that we will all be successful. In just a few more minutes, we will all begin our first solo flight. Congratulations, class of 2022.
I told you we're going to be okay. These guys are amazing. Thank you, Jenna and Kylan. Hey, guess what? It's time. Yes, the time has finally come to present what most of you patient people have come here to witness. It's my true honor to be able to present and read names. The diplomas I will be assisted in this by Superintendent James Gilbert and members of the Mountain Home School District Board of Trustees, Chairman Eric Abrego, Vice Chairman Ralph Binion, Connie Donahue, and Christina Knox. First up, Noah Brennan Cook. Kayla Ann Rebon. Thomas Edward Tapley. Sienna Marie Allen. Okay. Lexus Berlin Amundsen. Okay. Matthew Arciniega. Maria Isabella Arismendi Ortiz. Tyler James Banta. Martin Barroso Martinez Jr. Cornelio Miguel Barroso. Sophia Jane Bates. Max Joseph Bearden. Avery Jason Berry. Brandon Patrick Bethel. Christine Hope Bloodgood. Kelly James Boyce. All right. Darius Michael Brantley. Michaela Kate Burke. Alita Burnett. Tom Sarah Bush. Megatron Rose Butterfield. Tawny Sue Butterfield. Andrew Bryce Patrick Carr. Araceli Monique Castillo. Ismael Alexander Ceballos. Kiara Elizabeth Saraceres. Holly Marie Chambers. Hayden Wayne Christensen. Gunnar Ross Clark. Stoffer Jeremiah Cook. Kinsey Patricia Cooney. Drew Anthony Cotton. Thomas Andrew Cox.
I did it. Do I get hugged? I did it.
Taylor Lynn DeLing. Jose Manuel Diaz Garcia. Troy Walter Michael Dietrich. Christopher Michael Alexander Doyle. Sadie Lynn Drake. Colin Andrew Dugan. Brianna Michelle Elliott. Trista Renee Elliott. Taylor Haley Erickson. Kyla Rayleigh Everett. Eric Owen Fisher. Camry Vanette Flack. Consuelo Anaí Flores Ortiz. Sienna Mackenzie Floyd. Jet Charles Floyd. Reese Darian Floyd. Quentin Seiler Fredrickson. Alexander Killian Fulford. Sanea Aloma Gaines. Ariana Yvette Garcia. Fiametta Eshe Garcia. Caitlin Nicole Garlitz. Faith Jennifer Goodell. Taylor Albert Goodman. Seth Bryson Grant. Shanira K. Darlene Griggs. Kara Anise Grindle. Jason Eric Goldseth. Emily Marie Harper.
Thank you, man.
Angelina Johanna Rose Harrison. William Edward Haynes. Adrian Michael Healy. Lindsay Noel Higgins. Catherine Nicole Hill. Christian Jackson Hodges. Caitlin Marie Hoffman. Trinity Marie Holtz. Isabella Ann Hubbs. Jatsil Anid Jimenez Torres. Benjamin Emmanuel Kelly. Haley Marie Johnson. Lacey Lynn Kennedy. Brianna Marie Kibido. James Christopher Robert Kirby. Abigail Santos Lambert. Isabel Ray Land. Brianna Morgan Laswell. Hannah Elizabeth Latta. Micaiah K. Lau. Sierra Lynn Law. Samantha Urshuan Lim. James Caden Linky. Silvana Ilvani Lopez. Jacob Thomas Luther. Levi Brandon Mackey. Christian James Mann. Victor Marin. Janet Martinez. Jareli Martinez. Liliana Martinez. Yair Martinez. Yareli Martinez. Lane Kevin McCall. Cooper Lyle McCluskey. He's got me so many times on that. Lorraine Patricia McCoy. Tyler Kuta McCrae. Regan Christine McDaniel. Tristan Lynn McMahon. Baylor Star McRory. Carlos Mendez Jr. Haley Lynn Myers. Tristan Wayne James Monday. Hayden Lloyd Moore. And Hunter Allen Moore. Hunter Allen Moore. Excuse me. There's so many of these Moores. I'm a little confused here. I get back on the right page here. Tristan Cole Allen Moore. There we go. Maya Patrice Aflagui Moorhead. Ezekiel Wayne Morin. Becca Lynn Mortensen. Anthony Moyette. Heather Kathleen Murchio. Janelle Gabriela Navarrete. Brinley Elizabeth Noyce. Jenna Eden Opedike. John Russell Orr. Yisel Palencia. Xavier Parker. Taylor James Parkhill. Tatiana Marie Yvonne Parr. Alexander Dakota Parrott. Jasmine Alexis Patton. Fatima Carrera Pedrosa. Dominic Alexander Perkins. Taylor Stanley Pearson. Hadley Ivan Poe. Evelyn Calvillo Preciado. Brandon Ismael Puente. Isamar Ramirez. Ali Ann Reed. Jason Parker Reynolds. Cody John Radigan. Aspen Nicole Rice. Mariela Rodriguez. Jaden Michael Roldan. Abigail Charlotte Sampson. Noel Francisco Sanchez Jr. Alfredo Saucedo Martinez. Nayeli Claudia Saucedo Mendez. Caroline Suanne Schultz. Derek Stephen Schultz. Mackenzie Jean Schwager. Aiden Lyle Shepard. Cameron Deshaun Sims. Omaya Ray Simler. Amelia Renee Smith. Thomas Justice Smith. Andrea Sotelo. Chase Pierce Southern. Harrison Scott Spalding. Griffin John Stiegelmeyer. Let's go. He paid me a lot for that. Kylan Danielle Stubblefield. Taylor Jean Summers. Justin Michael Swenson. Caden Robert Sykes. Like that? Thank you. Thank you. Maria Magdalena Tapia Romero. River Isaiah Tapley. Dylan Denise Taylor. Zachary Wayne Thayer. Gabriel Alexander Thomas. Connor Riley Tuggle. Cameron Van Staldinen. Nyla Gunny Vasquez. Hema Vega Juarez. Andrea Vergara Juarez. Kyle Shane Juarez. Rowan LeRae Williams. Valencia Neve Williams. Cutter Michael Wolfley. Where do you hide this? I'll be laying in that later. Ian James Wright. Samantha Elizabeth Yost. Thomas James Lee Young. And John Alexander Eulis. Again. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Did my wife put you up to this? Look at this. I told you this class was unique. I didn't realize they were that unique, though. Whew. All right. Check it out. The weather worked out, huh? Uh-huh. All right. And look at all these people. They're still hanging out with us. Wait for Mr. Eulis here. Waiting on John. All right. Guys, I want to thank you all for sharing this awesome special occasion with us. And yes, graduates, it's time. Could I have you all stand up, please? With the wind's permission, you may now switch your tassels from the right to the left of your caps. And now, Mountain Home District's Board of Trustees, Superintendent Gilbert, teachers and staff, parents, siblings, relatives, and friends, it is my great pleasure to present to you your Mountain Home High School class of 2022. Congratulations, guys! Thank you, everybody, for coming. Feel free to come out and take pictures.